Hey there, guys. Let's test this thing. Oh, there we go. Look at our doofus head. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at it. Look at it. Yeah. All right. How's everyone doing? I am so sorry for my lack of energy. Also, long story short story. Guys, I really need to wear this hat on my head today. Last night was the worst night of my life. Okay. Oh, by the way, what do we have for our free game? Dundara Trials of Fear Edition. Ooh, why is that so? Oh, that looks interesting. It's a platformer, obviously. Oh, what? Oh, what? What? Home. Time to continue with Shadowrun Dragonfall. So, back to my story. I'm sorry for dragging on so long, guys. Last night I had serious headaches, and I still do a little bit, like up here in the frontal lobe area or whatever you call this doofus thing, and back here in the back, shooting pain all down through my neck. So it's either really cold and I got a cold because I also feel very stuffy, or something worse, but I don't think it's anything worse because other than that I feel fine, like super fine. And I believe it is time to finish this. Let's open this door. Supplies? Supply locker rests here on the ground. Wait a minute. Do we have any code? Firing range. Bulk storage. I don't think so. We don't seem to have the combination. Okay, I'm just gonna snoop around a little bit here. Why do I need a 1247? One two seven four. 1347. 0247. What would be the hint for this one? Is the label chick? I don't know. It doesn't say. I am low on life, low on everything. Let's proceed. Let us proceed with this story. As long as today was, it was a decent thing. Medical station. This chamber is equipped with a small emergency medical suit. The system appears to be designed to automatically treat major tissue damage in high trauma situation. The machine lights up as you approach, making a soft humming sound. The line of text appears. Bumana Emergency Field Trauma Unit Online OS 1.213 initializing. Please stand by. Greetings, trauma victim. Would you like to activate treatment protocols? Activate device. Alright, everyone, time to heal up. Awesome! View treatment history. Multiple third-degree burns, multiple third-degree burns, multiple second-degree burns, minor chemical burn, multiple third-degree burns. Aha! Okay, so doofus guy over here. It sucks that I can't. Oh, pass out the med kits? I mean, sure. Another. This actually might be good. We're gonna swap that out. Three of these? Oh, I am definitely keeping those. That is the ultimate set me up for an awesome end boss battle fight, super hard, whatever. Hope you guys are ready. Cause so am I. Ba 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 beep ba boom. Here we go. You're about to transition in a new location. I am so sure. It's time to finish this. Vauclair, I'm coming for you. But first, I gotta take care of your little piglet. Matrix pump access. Oh, there she is. My eyes are so blessed with being crappy all the time. Thank you, eyes. Thank you so much. As you enter, you hear a loud click followed by a squeal of audio feedback. The Adrian Vauclair's voice booms over the loudspeakers. I don't know how you escaped the laboratory, but please stop. I must complete the virus infusion process. I must release her. Our future as a species depends on it. Dr. Vauclair, I think your obsession with dragons has progressed to the point that you are no longer in control of your actions. I must admit that I have thought that very thing in my weaker hours. In the morning, as my dreams recede and conscious thought returns, In that grey state, I have lain in my bed alone and wrestled with the thought. But at the end of the day, I am a man of action. I have always been. While businessmen and politicians deliberate in their boardrooms and committees, I have done what needed to be done. And now here I am, executing the greatest act of service that I can conceive of, the salvation of humanity itself. The time for discussion is over. I am done debating with you. Still, I must understand how you escaped the test lab. It was her, wasn't it? Forishring, it must be. You made some sort of deal. She helped you to escape, and in return you will help her rejoin her dragon body? I didn't agree to anything. I didn't really agree to anything. I said I'll see what I can do. What did she promise you? Gold, jewels, eternal life? She offered them to me as well, for decades. It doesn't matter now. The infusion process has begun. The dragon is waking up. Soon she will take flight, but you will not be alive to witness that. Audron. Audron. Oh yeah, boys. Ensure that they don't. Ow. Is that Audron? Use pump station, matrix pump access, and pickup. Oh yeah, nice music. I am in the open there, and I don't like it very much. Thank you. Oh. Ooh. I don't know how my line of sight is gonna be there, but I will go here. Nice. A little bit of extra juice. Can I hit twice? No, only once. So we're gonna do it. Wait. Flourishing of virus level 2 out of 10? Matrix pump access. Decking, jack in. You have to come here. Let's start plowing away on this guy. Boop! Ha! He hit his guy too. Armor broken. That's okay. Let's go over here. Ox virus venting system A. It's a lot of dudes. Still worth it, I guess. Okay. Let's summon this thing as well. Now we have our erosion. Let's try to hit this thing. Nice. Cool. Still can't hit two guys. I think that was still worth it. Ba 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 bum ba 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 boom ba be bum. This guy has such little chances of hitting. Health lost. Hit that guy. Nice. Again. Nice. One more time. Nice. Now hit this guy once. Cool. Let's try this guy. Target can't move. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to forfeit a round now. There we go. Who we focusing on? This guy, right? Seriously, that's all we get? Huh? Okay. First, you gotta take care of this. Take care of him. Okay. You. I choose you. Nice. Have the erosion. And this thing also does like 100 damage. Seriously, you missed? Oh, that's so bad. How could you miss? Bye. Erosion. '51st. Oh, that's a really low chance of getting that. Not bad. Okay, let's see. You, the flamethrower thing. Nice. Boosh! Yeah, Bobby Boosh! regrettable. Guess I'll have to use the gun. Nice! Okay, dude. You gotta do something. Not enough ammo. Great. Hehehehe. Shit. More hostiles incoming. Let's get out of here. Yes. Oh, my back. Dude. Can I do more damage? Please? 1 damage. Oh. Well, hello. When do I get that reload thing? Dude. Dude! Okay. I'm gonna see what these things do. Disengage safety protocol. Vent B. Virus infusion process will automatically reinitiate after emergency venting. Use vent hatch. Zack, disengage safety protocol. Use vent. Seriously. I only got the one shot. It was a better shot. Okay. Again, from the top. Much better. There he is. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to get myself into position? I think here. Now let's try flamethrower on this guy. Damn, he has a lot of armor. This strips armor. Strips armor. I tried to. Reload. Let's try to hit the mark. Didn't work. Still my best shot. Only 3 damage. That thing has armor piercing, but I'm gonna hit my girl as well, right? No, correction, I'm gonna hit only my girl. Dude! Ow. I think I'll move you here. You can use the fireball on these guys. Not bad, not bad. Things are looking kind of dull. Okay, he's out of cover finally. I still miss like a sissy. Like a sissy. Oh, that was a nice shot. Yeah, that's much better. Let's try a normal shot on this guy. Oh, he just straight up. What? Don't heal him. Yeah, don't heal him. Nice. Go pick up the healing. So I can't do that. Still gonna try to take out everything I can from him. Let's get into better position. And there's a guy over there as well. Let's try it. Wow. Still bad. Ow. She's down. We're almost there. Iger's back up. Can you try to strip his armor again? Nice. Nice. Cool. Let's see. Heal 9. No. No healing, just a normal shot on this guy. That missed. It's okay. It's okay. We got some decent shots. He doesn't have that much armor anymore. Dude. I need to reload. What do you have? Shotgun? Fine, I'll reload the shotgun. Let's try this. The process is almost complete. Emergency override key. You're right here. Take it. And use it. Stop the virus. Nice! Now I just need to kill these fuckers. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start burning you. Oh my god, I missed that? No! How can it be? Cool, cool. Cool. Boom! I'm gonna try the 60%. I don't care. Oh yeah. Confront Vauclair. Yes! It's theirs now, the world. All theirs. You're going to have to pay for this, you know. Come out of there, Vauclair. Get away from that control panel. It doesn't have to be that way. Doc, he can still make a difference. I'm an old dying. My blood betrayed me long ago when it met the radiation of the SOX. The worm will continue their machinations, consolidate their power, exact their tribute, and humanity, we are no more than treasures to them, favored baubles to be collected, items to be traded, resources to be spent or hoarded. 42 years, and we finally had our chance to make a difference, and you destroyed it. I gave everything I had, everything I loved. I'm sorry, Hermie. Exit the facility. Optional free Feuerschwinge. This should be interesting. Lower the astral entity containment cell into the chamber. Well, we stopped the mass destruction of the world. Unlock the chamber's exit door. Should we free? Let's try freeing her. I am really curious what will happen. Astral entity containment cell has been lowered. Set facility to self-destruct. Wait, walk away. I'm curious. Activate the intercom to speak to Furshfinger. Green light activates! Close and not so close. The elf has done what has been done. The longest flight nears its end. She is so close, so very close now. Recognition and horror explode onto her face and she screams a long, mournful wail. Vauclair, no! No! Defiled. I am defiled. Her face contours in a mask of fury and her mouth opens wide, wider than should be possible. Her neck cranes forward and her head swings from side to side as she hisses her rage. She slathers her spittle hitting the glass between you and she speaks. This spoiler, pissant, vermin, pig, dog. He dares touch my sacred me? Shall rend it from burn him, burn. Ash, nothing left but ash. She stands there panting for a moment, spent. Sorry. Then her eyes narrow, focus, eyes over. It will be slow, Vauclair. It will make it slow. I will make it slow. Delicious. Vauclair is dead for Ishringa. Her voice is flat. Will you release me now, elf? Make me whole again. Whole? Why should I? Why art thou to deny me? Free, granted the little elf freedom from the cold place. Honor our agreement. Set me free, set me free. Answer some questions. You dare? No, ask. Ask your questions, little elf, so I may escape this cage. The long sleep awaits. The long flight will finally end. Why did you do it? Why kill all those people? The gaunt woman covers her mouth with her hand, a look of horror in her eyes. You did do it, right? You burned thousands of people to death. She glares at you over her hand, nods her head, yes. Burned and burned, yes. Also cold, I woke to the cold, the grey, whereas the green. What is it? What is the green? The mother, lost What have they done, little elf? What have they done? How do I know you won't hurt anyone else? Swear it. Feuerschwinge will swear it. How do I know you'll keep your promise? She searches the ground for an answer, finds nothing there. You must trust. Trust a dragon? Do I look like a fool to you? Then swear. Swear, yes, swear. Swear to hurt no man, no beast, no tree nor crop, nor building. Feuerschwinge will fly to the long sleep until the next age of the world. For the forever task, the shelter, the shield, the shepherd. The forever task? Sacred, it is sacred, the forever task. Now let me go and end me, but release me, release. Oh, look at these options. Use astral perception to read Feuerschwinge's aura. The forever task, is it to protect something important, something sacred? I've heard something like this before. It was a relation to the Sumerian shepherd god Dumuzi. Let's use the astral perception. You look to the right, to the beast entangled in the cold nest of metal and plastic. Although it still glows with life, you note that the aura radiating from the dragon's body is damaged, sickly, dull. Your gazes dawn to the left to the woman trapped in the cold, hard cell. A harsh white light blazes from her aura, temporarily blinding you, causes shimmering blue globals to dance before your eyes. Can you hear me, Niblet? I think he's gone bye-bye. It takes time, but you focus past the glare of her aura to see the swirls of black and sickly green snacking through Feuerschwinge's astral form, cutting swaths of shadow into her light, spilling it backwards into nothingness. Your hand slowly drifts up on its own accord, reaches out, touches the aura glowing through the gray of the containment cell. What's he doing? Seeing the truth, I think. The all-encompassing cold hits you like a sledgehammer, and your mind is overloaded by the ordeal. Awakening, eyes opening for the first time in an age, the spectrum of color is beautiful. Broader than humanity can imagine. Astral or physical space are one to you, and the green is alive, waiting to show you its growth during your long sleep. The nest has served its purpose, and you leave it behind, taking to the air, exulting in the flex of your muscles, the spread of your wings, the wind on your scales. As you soar over mountains even older than you, the memories come floating back, wheeling in the sunshine, basking in the sun, the smell of the green, the sounds of nature's symphony. Your heart fills with the thought, and then it is torn apart. You smell it first, and the stink of it coaxes you, makes you retch, and then you see it as far as your keen eye can reach. Human stone and metal, glass and flickering lights sprawled across the land, slicing into the sky, lording over it, something the whole of the world, dead, colorless, without connection, nature's graveyard. You ride the headwing, hovering in space as the world stops. You crush your eyes close, and when they open again, you can see only one color. Red. The vision ends, and your connection to Feuerschwinge's astral form is broken. You woke up to find your world destroyed, didn't you, Feuerschwinge? We killed the green. The gaunt woman stops her pacing, and her eyes slowly rise to meet yours. Lucid, unblurred by time or torture or separation from her body. When she speaks, her voice is flat. Yes, gone, all gone. The cold has won. The world is metal. Forschwing is lost. You're not lost. You said you would begin again, remember? That is the eternal task, yes, to sleep the long sleep, begin again in the next age of the world. She wraps her arms around herself, quietly shivering. Lost, Forschwing is lost. There will be no long slumber. The world is dead now. Forschwing is dead. Will you finish it, little elf? Will you end Forschwing? Engage the emergency protocol and kill her. Oh, you'll die, but you don't care if you find peace. You burned thousands. Okay. Yes, I will finish it, Forschwing. Your long flight is over. Rest now. A forever task requires patience and faith. The next world could be better. I have been ripped from my body, little elf, imprisoned in this girl, imprisoned in this cage, tortured longer than the span of your entire lifetime, and I have been defiled. The green is defiled, spoiled. There is no forever for me. Forever is dead. I do not want to sleep the long sleep. I want oblivion. End me, little elf. Maybe you're right. Maybe everlasting peace is the best thing for you now. The green needs you, Forschwing. You are her shelter, her shield, her shepherd. Don't abandon her. I cannot abandon what does not exist. The green is gone. The cold has won. No, the cold hasn't won. Don't forget the elves. They still tend the green. Wait, the green still lives. You haven't seen Amazonia. It's covered in jungle. The cold hasn't won. Don't forget the elves. The elves? Yes. Look at Tirnanog, Tirtangir, elven cities devoted to the green, to keeping it safe. They would build walls around it as before? The green still lives, Forschwing. It lives? You are Forschwing. While you live, the green will live. Pulls herself to her full height, speaks as if to herself. While the green still lives, the task remains until the last world ends. The vessel holding the dragon lifts her face to a sky that cannot see. Perhaps it is not too late. Sleep would bring healing, my nest. Her fragile form trembles, but she steadies herself when she speaks again. Her voice is calm and peace. If you release me, little elf, I will sleep the long sleep. I will begin again in the next age of the world. I need a minute? No. Sleep well, Forschwing, and goodbye. Drops to her knees, her face reflecting a series of emotions: surprise, relief, appreciation, and finally, peace. Then a light exits her eyes, and she falls to the floor of her tiny cell, her body limp and lifeless. For a long moment, nothing happens. Then, without warning, the entire chamber fills with a blinding light. You can see nothing. All goes eerie quiet. And yet, somewhere just at the edge of your hearing, you think you can recognize the faint whispering of voices. They sound sad and far away. Just as you think you might descend the voices, there is a massive crash and the entire chamber starts to shake. Disoriented, you stagger for several moments, still blinded and trying to recover. She's gone. You steady yourself and your senses return in time to see the faint form of the dragon disappearing in the distance. The forest ring is gone. We just released a great dragon, an insane great dragon. She has a point, Niblet. What Vauclair did to the Firewing was wrong, but I don't know if that justifies setting her free. Lord knows that she's going to do what she's going to do now. I'm not sure I would have made the same call. Oh, come on, Iger. How many other people can say that they've released a captive dragon into the wild? That was a badass play, Chief. 10 points for style, no question about it. What's done is done now. There's nothing else for us here. Let's get back to the Kreuzbazaar. Do we blow this thing up? Set the facility to self-destruct. Warning, this project will lock down all further terminal access. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Yes. Wait. The wall starts to shake. We need to leave now. You have a gift for understatement. Let's get the hell out of here. Meow, 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 meow. Ba 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 ba. Did we do it? Hello, team. The team is waiting when you walk in. Their faces are haggard, their shoulders slumped. Was there a point to all of this, Niblet? We lost Paul, lost Monica, the Kreuzbazaar, so many people dead. It was just supposed to be a simple job, remember? A milk run. Get into the estate, snatch some data, and get home in time for worm talk on the thread. I think we've had enough worm talk for one lifetime. You got that right. If I never have to talk to another dragon again, it'll be too soon. This whole thing has been a nightmare from the beginning. The idea of dragons taking over the world, the thought of them slowly hoarding everything, it's too big to think about. We're street level. We run the shadows. That's it. Worrying about these sorts of issues is beyond our pay grade. That's what they want. That's what they need. The corpse, the dragons, the politicians, everyone. They want us to think that we can't make a difference. They put effort, a lot of effort, into making us feel small, insignificant. But we're not. We had the power in our hands today. We had a choice and we made it, and because of that, the world is different. For good or for ill. That's right, for good or ill. We can't see the future, I don't think that anyone can, but the world is different now, and we're the ones who changed it. So did we win? Ow. Come on. Stupid. There we go. Whew. You don't win in this business. You survive. That's all a runner can hope for, all you can expect. I'll tell you what we did. We avenged Monica and Paul. That was That was what we set out to do, and we did it. You watch the team take this in, Iger nodding her agreement, Glory staring ahead, lost in thought, Dietrich frowning, eyeing the floor, Blitz fiddling with his deck and pretending not to understand. Iger breaks the silence. So now what? Monica's gone, Paul's gone. Do we keep running together, or is this the end of the road? I'm in. In fact, you couldn't make me leave if you tried. Something's different about you, love. You seem, I don't know, more vibrant than usual. Warmer. It's quite a change. I can't say why, but one thing that I can tell you, I'm at home here. This place and this team mean everything to me. I'll stay forever if you'll have me. You can stay for as long as you want, Glory. You're a part of this team and you always will be. Thanks, Niblet, for everything. Well, I'm in. I'm getting kind of old for a Shadowrunner, but I'd rather die in the shadows with you people than live, I don't know. I thought I had something going there. Whatever. The point is, I'm in. That was beautiful, man. So, Niblet, you're gonna stick around the Kreutz Bazaar and keep running the shadows with me? You've done a hell of a job. I'd be happy to follow your lead. Depends. Are we done with that fearless leader crap? All done, Niblet. Like I said, you lead, I follow. What about you, Blitz? Oh, I am most definitely and totally. Insane dragons, assholes with enormous machine guns, devil dogs that hump your leg when no one's looking. This is the place for me, no question about it. How could I say no? Wait, Dante humped your leg? I don't want to talk about it. It's still too fresh. Iger snorts a laugh, then she's back to business. Before I forget, the Turkish coffee guy sent one of his street rats over before you got here. Said he wants to talk to you about something. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna go see what's going on. I'll stop by the coffee shop on my way. It kind of feels like we've done everything. I'll admit, you did a hell of a good job back there. I could have done better myself. You'd done fine, but it was my job to lead the team, so I did it. That's the right attitude. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to the next run. Just do me a favor. Make sure that the client is properly vetted and, for the love of God, verify that the job has nothing to do with dragons. Done and done. Good, man. Until next time. Glory? Glory glances up in sounds of approach. She offers you a slight smile. Niblet, you got us through the night alive. Well done. I don't know what happened to you at Feuerstelle, Glory, but whatever it was, I think that it's getting stronger. You're right, it is, but I don't see how that's a bad thing. Slowly the metal begins to glow, first red, then white. In fact, I think that this was an incredible stroke of luck. I finally have some of my magic back. I feel fantastic. That's just it. I don't think that this is your magic. In fact, I'm sure that it isn't. And that's what worries me. Why? This has helped us. What does it matter where it's coming from? Besides which, I can control it. I can turn this thing off and on like a switch. Glory smiles. See, nothing to worry about it. You hear satisfaction in her voice, satisfaction and arrogance. You picked this power in the adversary's domain. I don't think that you are controlling it, Glory. I think that it is changing you. You've long since earned my respect. If you say you can handle this, then I believe you. Okay. Thanks for friendship and your trust. Well, they mean a lot to me. Just doing my job, Glory. I do my best to get to know everybody on the team. Think nothing of it. I got your back, Glory, no matter what. It was a hell of a day, wasn't it? I was thinking of stepping out and grabbing a drink to wind down. You'd be welcome to join me if you'd like. Deal. I'll catch you at the wine cellar, say in a half an hour. As you turn to leave, a strange sensation flits across your consciousness. Through you. It might just be your imagination. It's probably your imagination. But that doesn't stop your knees from going weak or your stomach from churning. You turn back and see Glory smiling at you. Sounds like a plan. I'll see you there. You feel the sensation again, tiny and fleeting, but there. You feel it in your chest, even if only for a moment. Hundreds of faint, fluttering wings. She turns away. First round's on me. I'm sure that we'll both have a lot to talk about. Oh, they're falling in love. Can I still do something here? Check your inbox messages. Nothing. Shadowrun BBS. Pay data? Nothing. Relevant keywords? Nothing. Okay. Hey Dante. Let's talk to Dietrich. Well, boss, we went up against the dragon and live. Guess that's a win in my book. Couldn't have put it better myself. So, any big plans looming on the horizon? New clients you're thinking of going after, maybe? We'll worry about tomorrow. We'll worry about that tomorrow. Tonight, we gotta celebrate. You're right, boss. Of course you're right. Oh, and Niblet, I meant what I said earlier. From this point on, whatever this team goes, I'll follow. I wouldn't have it any other way. Blitz? Hey, Chief. That was a hell of a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I'm glad to hear that you're still staying on with the team. Frankly, Chief, I'm surprised that you care. I mean, all this time, and we've barely even talked. I didn't hear a peep from you when we weren't on a run. I mean, I did talk to you a little bit, but you were like, meh. I don't know. I just didn't think that we were friends, exactly. Friendly, but not friends. Well, maybe we can change that. Maybe we can, Chief. I'm game if you are. Want to meet up later at the Soyka shop? We can trade war stories over smoke. Alright, but you're lying. Nah, deal. So the last thing to do is actually go to the cafe, right? Oh, this guy won't even talk to us anymore. Let's go to the wine cellar. There's Lucy Strike. Hey again, Niblet, what's up? Do you know anything about the organization called The Lodge? Theirs group, you mean? Sure, I've done a few jobs for them. They pay well. The whole ominous secret organization thing they try to keep going is a little weird, but whatever. Money is money, and they've got it. What can you tell me about Dwyer? Best that I can tell you, he's just a middle rung toady, like any other corporate suit that you deal with before a run. Only difference is that his organization isn't a corp. I think he's a little fresh-faced for what the lodge has him doing, And in the beginning, there were some credibility issues. I had a hard time taking the guy seriously. But then he started waving wads of new one around, and that all cleared up in a flash. Afraid that I can't help you dig any deeper, he's an occasional client. Even if I knew more about Dwyer, I wouldn't tell you Shadowrunners who kiss and tell have a funny way of dying young. You said you have a team in Mitte. I'd like to hear a little bit more about them. Nah, okay, I gotta run. I really thought Glory was gonna be here. But not. Can still go here, right? Oh, I can't even talk to him anymore? That means we're definitely done. If I can't do that anymore, we're done. Because I can't buy anything anymore. I can't sell, I can't buy. We're done. I can't even say hello to them. We're most definitely done. Oh, Alhernon. Why are you outside? Here he is, Absinthe, the clear-sighted one. To be certain, this elf is to be heralded with much praise. Alhernon Halfdream thought his release of the great worm will have ramifications, to be sure. This day is full of portent. Portent? What do you mean, portent? The Feuerschwinge worm is not a minor player in the great cycle. The effect of her release will resonate across time and space. Is that good? For some. Good is children's term in a world without connections, without nuance. Before the next cycle end, the Feuerschwinge worm will speak again with the voice of the maiden. The dancer will spin, the seal will melt, and the calm lake will burn. You make it sound like a big bad thing. Do not jest, Halfdream. We must be going, and soon. What the hell is going on? Why are you leaving? I have business that has come urgent. I will not be urgent till tomorrow, Halfdream. You have time to pack up your wares. There is more to it than that, woman, and you know it. Goodbye, Niblet. We will meet again, I think, though not for a long, long time. Interesting. Hello, Altug. Here I am. Ah, how very propitious it is that we may speak again, O Master of Mayhem. I have a proposal for you that could prove most lucrative to us both, Ephraim. Most lucrative. Fortune will surely smile upon your blessed partnership if you will once accept. I'm listening, O Master of Hyperbole. You have my attention, Burokazi. What do you have in mind? With the passing of her Amzel, may God bestow his mercy on him, you find yourself without a fixer. I wish to offer my services to you in this regard. You will find that Altug Barakazi is a most connected and business-savvy partner. Sounds like a match made in heaven, Altok. How do we start? I'll find my own business for now. From now on. Okay. Choosing a fixer isn't something you do lightly, Altok. I need to think about it. Hear me out. Most improvident of Calamites, Burgazi knows Berlin, knows the players. I have already found a potential client, a most prosperous one, with deep pocket. He is most eager to meet you. I have already set it up. At least do me the courtesy of talking to him. Fine, but I'm not promising anything. Most excellent, Emphatim. Delightful. When you are ready, take the U-Bahn to Brandenburger Tor. He will find you there. Okay. Okay. Are we going alone? Yes. Who's that? The train car is empty except for a man in an immaculately tailored Italian suit. You notice him watching you for several minutes while the train rumbles its way towards Brandenburger Tor. Finally, he speaks. The strangest words come out slowly in a deep, melodious tone that is easy to hear. Despite the noise of the train, he takes his time, accentuating each word, relishing each vowel and each consonant, tasting them as if they were a delicacy. I think this is a dragon. It's either Feuerschwinge or another dragon. Oh yeah, this is... We've seen him before. Hello. He was in the first game. I assume that the business with Dr. Vauclair is concluded, yes? Eye him and remain silent. Hans Brachhaus, I represent an interesting party somehow who wishes to know about your encounter with Dr. Vauclair. And how do you know about that? How do you know about that? My employers also wishes to hear about the Lady Feuerschwinge, a fascinating creature, so unlike her brothers and her sisters. It is a relief that she is now free. Dragons are not meant for captivity. The Lady Feuerschwinge least of all. She was special in this world. I am sure you would agree. I don't know, dragons are dangerous. Maybe, but let's face it, dragons are scary. Dragons are no different from anyone else. There are those who take and those who get taken. A dragon is just another taker. Dragons are scary. This is true, as it always has been, as is anything that metahumanity does not understand. You look at a moth and barely perceive sentience. You glance its way, amused, as it flutters towards a bright light in a vain attempt to what? To enter? To draw strength? To burn? It doesn't know. Its epic struggle is barely 1/100th of a lifespan, the sum total of its existence is nothing against the vast scale of your struggles, your hopes, your dreams, which it could not fathom in 1,000,000 years. Poor moth. You will live and die between the beats of a dragon's heart, my friend. What hope do you have of understanding them? No kidding, insane dragons are even harder to understand, but I was able to get through to her, for a moment at least. Were you? Were you indeed? I am pleased to hear it. And what did you learn? That Feuerschwinge had reason for her attack. That is true. No ancient dragon acts without reason. My lady Feuerschwinge was a nurturer, a caregiver, rare among her kind. Where her brothers and sisters saw the world as a prize to be won, she saw it as a garden to be tended. Can you imagine? For word upon world, the great dragon Feuerschwinge brought wisdom and succor to countless souls, and she was loved for it, exalted, a goddess. When she awoke from her long slumber in 2012 and saw that the world had become what meta-humanity had done to the garden she had tended for a great ages, she struck with the rage, regret, frustration, and anguish of a mother whose children had played with fire and burned the house down, killing themselves in the blaze. She unleashed fire and death through her tears. And now she is free again, and insane, the perfect addition to the sixth world. Thanks for the lecture, Professor. Now, who are you? You seem to know a lot about dragons, Hans. Think your employee wants you telling me all this? I am sure of it. I may consider this conversation an employment interview for a very influential client, one who pays extraordinarily well. Now listen. I tell you all of this so that you have context, perspective, before I ask you this next question, Shadowrunner. If Dr. Vauclair's weapon had not required dragon fire, if it had been capable of destroying every dragon on Earth without touching a hair on meta-humanity's head, would you have used it? No, wiping out an entire species is wrong. Monochromatic thinking, but I appreciate a career criminal's attempt at morality. Of course, you feel that wiping out a species is wrong. That feeling is a subtle but ingrained defense mechanism that should be cherished. One day it may be meta-humanity poised for the extermination. Well, on to the business at hand. My employer wishes to secure your team's services for a series of operations that will likely require the remainder of 2054. I don't know, after Green Winters, I need to have a better idea of who I'm working for these days. Of course, and you have dealt with several false flag contracts as well recently, yes? It is an awful thing to be manipulated, I am sure. There will be no secrets between us. Your employer will be the great dragon Lofvir. He is sometimes referred to as the Golden Worm. Perhaps you have heard of him. What makes you think I'm going to make a deal with a dragon? Because you have already been working for him for some time now, mein Herr. Or did you think Green Winters found the Harfeld Manor on his own. Well, that puts a new spin on things. Say nothing. The rattle of wheel on tracking gives way to a shimming speech. Gradually, the train begins to slow. Ah, this is my stop. Coming? Well, what do you know? Looks like this is my stop too. I'd rather floss my teeth with monomolecular wire. I'm no dragon's pawn. When you see your boss, you tell him that. Oh, well, you know, looks like this is my stop too. The train comes to a halt and the doors open. Brockhaus stands, brushed off his Italian suit, and exits without another word. As you turn to follow, your eyes catches an advertisement of Worm Talk above the subway car door. Brockhaus glances back at you from the platform, the light from the car reflecting yellow in his gaze. You step out of the subway car and follow him up to the stairs and into the Berlin night, into the shadows. Berlin News Facts contains just one report of a large-scale explosion in the countryside east of Berlin. An abandoned castle is reportedly consumed in a massive fireball that shakes the countryside and leaves a crater of 60 feet deep. A natural gas leak is suspected, and the location is soon coordinated off by unidentified corporate forces. This news is eclipsed when Sader Krupp announces its acquisition of Arianespace, the last remaining arm of the European space program. The Flux State anarchist rule remains until 2055, when joint corporate forces acting with the support of the German government invade the city. It's widely known that the Great Dragon Lofir is responsible for orchestrating this action. After weeks of fighting, the surviving anarchists are forced to retreat to the eastern part of the city. A truce is signed in 2060, and Berlin is again divided by a wall. The Great Dragon Dunkelzahn is elected President of the United Canadian and American State in 2057. He is promptly assassinated as he leaves an inauguration party at the Watergate Hotel while in human form. Popular opinion is that another great dragon is responsible, as only a dragon can kill a dragon, but those in the shadows hint that an act of powerful blood magic is the cause. Grainy photographs of a large winged creature crossing a full moon above Harz Mountains circulate a Germany for several years. Conspiracy theories take this as evidence that a new great dragon has emerged, but when no further sightings are reported, interest wanes. The name of Dr. Adrian Vauclair has since been lost in the shadows. Nice. Alright, my dudes. Whoo! That was an interesting tale. Now, I don't know that much about the end over here, but I feel like we've done a decent, option, I would say. Decision. The decision we took was okay. Fortuning is not bad. She is definitely not bad, but she is definitely lost it, going through all of that bullshit. Will it be better? Who knows, but I still think it's better. I mean, dragons are cool. I don't care what you guys say. dragons are still cool. And yes, everyone wants to slay them and whatnot and bullshit, but they're still cool. I like dragons. Okay. The fact that we're now working for Lovve, that's definitely gonna, do a lot of interesting things. I'm really curious to see if the third iteration, which is not Dragonfall, which is Shadowrun Hong Kong, if we're actually going to be somewhat also with this, story also involving the dragons. I'm curious. In the first one, we only got hints of the dragons, but we had a completely different story regarding some cult and some weird alien bugs that could exist in two planes at the same time, and basically kind of like a swarm trying to take over the world. In this second one, in Dragonfall, we did, like, the major plot was still something that could have possibly ended not the world, but a majority of the world would have suffered a great big deal, right? Plus the extinction of dragons, possibly. Now I'm really curious to see what we're gonna find in the third one. Yeah, was definitely a nice game. Huge improvement over the first one, which is the Shadowrun Returns. The UI is a lot better. The character development felt way better and stronger and more defined in a way. I felt like making my main mage, I really had the opportunity to take him as far as you can go with the character. So by the time we were at the last stages of the game, my main character was fully upgraded with the best armor, with the best spells that there are. We had a ton of gear to use. I didn't even use that many consumables, but we still had a ton of them. Our team progressed as well. It was nice to see that you had a solid option of having a team that you actually cared about, and not just some blokes for hire for a certain mission and then you're done and dusted. That didn't even matter who you had with you. You were just looking for, okay, do I need more firepower? Do I need some spells? Do I need some support or something like that? That was your main thing in the first game. Now in Dragonfall, we had specific characters. You could choose still between them because we had a little bit more options that a party allows, because a party is consistent of 4 team members, and we already had 4 team members, and by the end we already had 5 team members because the dog was also an option at the end. That was a nice touch. That was a really nice touch. But yeah, it was definitely cool to see their backstories as well. So you could go into that and find out what everyone, had their little own. Some of them had even like small little side missions to uncover even more of their backstory and progress their character development as well. I think that was really cool. You could probably do those in multiple ways as well, different ways of going on about them as well. Really cool. There were interesting side missions. There weren't just the normal go in, kill, or extract something. There was a little bit of puzzling. There was a little bit of sneaking around. There was hacking. They put a little point on each and everything, and I find that was cool. How the difficulty of the game, I would say, was fair. Yeah, I would say it was fair. I mean, we played on hard. We didn't play on the super hard difficulty, but we play on hard difficulty. And I felt it to be pretty engaging. I mean, I had some tough fights in some situations, but developing your team and knowing how to use them correctly made it so it's really okay. It's possible. You feel the challenge, but you don't feel like you're just, waltzing in through everyone and just not giving a fuck about anything that's happening. Okay, yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I would say those are appropriate. Anything else I would like to say about the game? Let's think. I still think it's a damn shame that there is no voice acting on this game. It is what it is. You gotta read a lot, so that sometimes can, be a turn off. And it can also hurt after a while if you read nonstop. Yeah, I really enjoyed the second one. Like I said, the UI was a lot better. The customization of the entire team was top notch. What I would have liked more is the opportunity to switch some of the things in your library. I understand the whole idea is that you have a specific number of things that you take on a mission, and what is in your stash is back at home. Yes, that is correct. You cannot take more of... I mean, it makes sense, but it's still a little bit frustrating that you can't at least switch between your party members. If I pick up 4 grenades, you can only pick up with the main character. If I pick up 4 grenades, I'm a spellcaster. I do not need the grenades, but I should at least have the option. If I'm with the team, it wouldn't be that hard to give them to the team. Give me at least the option when picking up the item of selecting, do you want this on to go to your main character, or do you want this to go to some other character on your team? At least that would be like an interesting thing. I understand the idea of not being able to bring your entire stash because that would be OP in a lot of situations, but the thing with the teams getting to, pick up those things, that would have been great. That's pretty much what I have to say about it. Other than that, I had a blast. It took us 10 days to finish Dragonfall. I think it took us 5 days, 5.5 days to finish Shadowrun Returns. So by clear math, this one took us twice as long, basically. So yeah, I would say that's a far greater value, story-wise or gameplay-wise. Replayability is definitely a thing in these games, from the sheer fact that you can have different characters. There are different races, different classes. Each class you can probably go different routes, because I think each class has 2 or 3 subcategories that you can go all in on. And if you're a mage or a shaman or something like that, there are a ton of spells that you can learn, a ton of ways that you can go. You can be more supportive, you can be more glass cannon, you can go all in, you can go on AoE, on support, on I don't know, on buffing and debuffing and things like that. A lot of stuff, like I said. And each character in its own can do a lot of things. There are a lot more weapons have been added to this one, so that was cool to see as well. Not only the 4 basic gun types and melee. Now there were also other throw weapons. The special characters on your team also were really specialized. Like the sniper had really cool sniper weapons, and the secondary emphasis was on shotguns, for close range combat. Hope was a medic, so she always had a ton of healing with her, but she also was a melee character with a very special claw hand, so that was really characteristic to her playstyle, and that was it. Dietrich was this super shaman who also had like some kind of dragon and awakening in him, and he was really good in combination with my mage, because he constantly kept buffing up my mage, and he used like throwing daggers and shurikens and stuff like that, and his spells also were really funky and weird, and he could also summon creatures as well because he's a shaman. And our little Decker guy, we ended up doing basically a side content thing that was optional. Ended up giving him a drone that he could use, so that was really cool. If you wouldn't have done that in the beginning, he would have never had the drone at all. But if you do that, he has a drone that follows him around, and you can activate the drone and use it and sneak around and shoot people and tranquilize them and stuff like that. It's like a 5th small party member. Definitely cool. Like I said, I had a blast with this. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We will cut it here, and we will be back in just a couple of minutes, or next time for you guys watching not live currently, and we will continue with Shadowrun Hong Kong, I think. Yeah, Shadowrun Hong Kong. So I'll see you guys in a few.